what's up guys? Jerome here from the Bonsai Supply, and if this is your first time watching one of my videos, welcome. I am really glad that you found this channel, and if you love bonsai content, please make sure that you hit the subscribe button. Now of course, if you're already a subscriber, thank you so much for your support and welcome back. So now this week I have my Weeping American Elm on the chopping block, and I'm going to restyle it from the Weeping into Informal upright. Alright, so let me tell you a little bit about the history of this tree first. So this tree was originally designed for our bonsai book called Freestyle Bonsai. And so we used that tree to show step by step on how to take a tree like that and then turn it into a weeping style. Now then, in the spring of 2022, I took this tree and I added it on top of a rock. Now I really love how dramatic it looked when it was finished. As you can see, it is so dramatic, it has so much character. But one thing that I have noticed over the year is that it only looks very dramatic when there's no leaves on the tree, which only happens about twice a year. So one time in the middle of the summer when we do the midsummer defoliation when the tree goes dormant, and then another time in the fall when the tree loses all of the leaves, and then we get to appreciate the tree for a few months without the leaves. Now those are the only two times that we really get to appreciate how dramatic this tree looks. However, for the rest of the time, the tree doesn't look very elegant with these weeping branches filled in with the leaves. So I did want to go ahead and do a little bit of a restyling here. So this is the end product, and I'm going to walk you now through step by step on how we ended up here. So first I'm going to point out a few things. The tree experienced sudden leaf drop as soon as the temperature started to change, and immediately I got worried, of course. However, after thorough inspection of the tree, I realized that the tree is completely root bound. And since we had such a bad summer of constant rain and lots of humidity, and the tree did a lot of growing, I believe that is normal. The tree is just kind of exhausted. I also don't see any damages on the branches or rot, and when I scrape the bark, the first color is beautiful green, so there's no problem there. Now the first step is to remove this long sacrifice branch in the back of the tree, which I allowed freely to grow, which of course helped me to attach the tree to the rock quicker and gain some more trunk thickness as well. So I'm using a big knob cutter to cut the sacrifice branch and then slowly chew away at the knob to reduce it. And lastly, use my concave cutter to make it flush against the trunk. Now notice how I shaped the cut a little bit elongated, which will help it heal faster but also nicer as well. It doesn't bulge up. Now once it is finished, I cover the cut with cut paste. So next I'm taking a look at the weeping branches and see opportunity to cut back to where the interesting parts of the branches stop and create a more elegant design. As you can see, I'm shortening the branches quite a lot. That is with intention to change the design once the tree wakes up in the spring. This last top section on the tree I'm removing the right branch that creates an awkward V shape, and also notice how now the tree becomes a lot more elegant right away, and it has that sudden movement to the left. So last but not least, I'm covering all of the cuts with cut paste to prevent any drying of the wounds, water loss, or insect infestation. Now lastly, I'm not going to peek under the moss just yet. In the winter, the roots keep growing and will further attach themselves to the rock. And if I want a ton of roots and perhaps have them even fused, I might leave the moss on for an additional 1 to 2 years. Alright, so as you can see, the tree looks a little bare right now, but that's for a very good reason. I think you can appreciate now the elegance of the tree much more. And I think with this informal upright style, it will look not as dramatic as the weeping, but it will look a little more elegant. And I think this style suits the tree a lot better. So the first thing that I did today was I removed the sacrificial branch in the back. And then I went ahead and took all of these weeping branches and then just cut back to a more horizontal growth instead of that weeping growth. And I always make sure that I put cut paste on this fresh cuts that I have made. Now I really hope that you guys enjoyed this week's video, and if you have any questions, please leave them down below in the comment section, or also leave suggestions of topics that you would like me to cover in my next video. Now please subscribe to our YouTube channel if you haven't done so already, and I will catch you guys next time.